probably heard of Tempur. Tempur's the gold standard for memory foam, but it also costs, well, a lot. But what if you could get a similar feel, build quality, and pressure relief for half the price? That's where Ergoflex comes in. This mattress has been around longer than almost every bed-in-a-box brand in Australia. In fact, it was one of the first to launch here. And over the last 15 years, it hasn't changed much. It's still made from high-density memory foam, still known for being great for back pain, and still a much more friendly alternative to Tempur. So the question is, does it still hold up in 2025? Is this still the best value pick for someone who wants that slow-sinking, supportive memory foam without paying premium prices? I slept on the Ergoflex 5G for 3 weeks, and here's how it went. Let's get this out of the way. Ergoflex isn't trying to be Tempur, but the comparison comes up a lot. Both are firm, all-foam mattresses with that slow sink, zero bounce feel. If you've ever tried a Tempur in store, Ergoflex feels surprisingly close, just without thousands of dollars price tag. So how do they actually compare? Well, the Ergoflex is most comparable to the Tempur Form Original 22cm. Both use high-density memory foam, which is the stuff that gently molds around your body and doesn't spring back the second you move. Ergoflex has 9 centimeters of it, layered over a foam base and an airflow layer to help with cooling. Tempur splits its foam into 2 parts, a comfort layer and a support layer, with a similar total depth. The overall build is nearly identical, with the height of the Ergoflex sitting at 23 centimeters and Tempur's sitting at 22 centimeters. Both are designed to keep your spine aligned and absorb movement, so you don't feel your partner rolling around next to you. Tempur foam is proprietary, developed from NASA tech if you believe the marketing. But the feel, it's not worlds apart. What you're paying with Tempur is brand recognition, fancier packaging, and a bit more softness at the top. But when it comes to pressure relief, motion isolation, and that slow contouring memory foam experience, the Ergoflex does it just as well as Tempur, and for a much more cost-effective price. For the first few nights, I really liked the Ergoflex. It felt stable, solid, and properly supportive. I kind of melted into it slowly, and at first that was nice. But after a few nights, I found the classic memory foam feel just wasn't for me. It molds to your body and holds you there. And while that's exactly what a lot of people love about it, I started to miss the bit of bounce or ease of movement you get with a hybrid. That said, it's definitely comfy. I had no pain or stiffness in the mornings, and it works well across all sleep positions. On my back and stomach, it kept everything aligned without any sagging at the hips. And on my side, it softened enough around the shoulders and hips to stay comfortable, which not every firmish mattress does. So if you like that slow contouring memory foam feel, this mattress really nails it. It just comes down to what kind of feeling you prefer night after night. Okay, so the Ergoflex 5G is an all-foam mattress made up of 3 main layers. At the top is a thick slab of what they call high-density viscoelastic memory foam, which basically means it's the kind of foam that slowly molds around you when you lie down. It's dense, contouring, and gives you that traditional memory foam hug. It's the same style of foam used in Tempur mattresses, and you can definitely feel the similarity. Beneath that is a firmer transition layer designed to stop you from sinking too deep and to help with airflow. Then at the base, there's a thick support layer, the foundation that holds everything up and keeps the mattress feeling stable. Altogether, it's 23 centimeters thick and has a removable tensile cover that's breathable and soft. It's not icy or cool to touch like some newer mattresses, but it doesn't trap heat the way older memory foam mattresses do. In terms of firmness, Ergoflex sits around a 7 out of 10. It's definitely on the firmer side, especially at first. You don't really sink into it the way you might on a softer hybrid or latex mattress. Instead, it molds and slowly holds you in position, and if you sleep on your back and stomach, it feels really supportive. If you're a side sleeper, it depends. I found it comfortable for the first few nights, but after a while, I noticed that deep molded feel wasn't quite for me. But that's a personal thing, and some people absolutely love the feeling of being cocooned by memory foam. Others prefer something a little bouncier or more lifted, like a hybrid. Build-wise, it's pretty solid. The foam feels dense and high quality. There's no sagging, no squeaking, no slipping. And for something that ships compressed in a box, it sets up firm and flat without any weird dips or uneven zones. It's not flashy, but it's clearly built with longevity in mind, and you can feel that right out of the box. If you sleep with a partner, pet, or toddler who makes surprise visits at 2 a.m, motion isolation matters, and this is where Ergoflex shines. That dense memory foam does what it's known for. It absorbs movement really well. I could shift around, roll from side to side, even get in and out of bed, and barely any of that transferred across the surface. We tested it using a classic drop test with a weight on one side and a toy lying on the other. Barely a wobble. If you're a light sleeper or easily disturbed, this is one of the best mattresses I've tried in terms of cutting out that ripple effect. Edge support is a little less impressive, but that's fairly common with full foam mattresses. When you sit right on the edge, say to put on socks or tie your shoes, you'll definitely feel more give than you would on a spring or hybrid mattress. It doesn't collapse, but there's definitely a noticeable dip. That said, I never felt like I was going to roll off while sleeping near the edge. It's stable enough to use the full surface of the bed, just not one you'd describe as reinforced around the sides. So in short, if you want a minimal partner disturbance, ErgoFlex is excellent. If you need a rock-solid edge to sit on, that's one of the only areas it feels a bit more limited. Cooling is often the weak spot for memory foam, and that's partly true here too. ErgoFlex doesn't claim to be a cooling mattress, but it does try. There's a layer in the middle designed to promote airflow, and the tensile cover is breathable, but it still runs warmer than hybrids or mattresses with fancy cooling tech like Ecosa Cool Comfort. That said, I rarely woke up sweating, even on warmer nights, and the temperature felt more stable than old school memory foam. If you're a really hot sleeper, it might not be the best match, but for most people, especially in cooler climates or air-conditioned rooms, it holds up just fine. Where ErgoFlex really wins is value. You're getting a high-spec memory foam mattress that's built to last with a feel that's comparable to mattresses like Tempur at around half the price. A queen from Tempur's original range will set you back $3,799. ErgoFlex Queen usually comes in at around $1,087, depending on sales. Is it exactly the same? No. Tempur's a luxury brand with a broader range and more finishes. But in terms of comfort, support, and pressure relief, ErgoFlex holds its own. If you're after that classic contouring memory foam experience without the luxury markup, this is one of the best value options in Australia. So if you're looking for a high quality memory foam mattress that gives you that dense contouring feel without the price tag, ErgoFlex delivers. It's firm, stable, and offers great pressure relief, especially for back and stomach sleepers or anyone dealing with aches and pains. But it's not for everyone. If you sleep hot, prefer a bit more bounce, or like sinking into a soft pillowy surface, this won't be your dream bed. And personally, while I found it super comfy for the first few nights, I started to notice the molded feel more as time went on, but that's totally subjective. What's not up for debate is the value. At this price point, with the kind of foam density and support it offers, ErgoFlex is generally one of the best alternatives to Tempur in Australia. It's simple, solid, and built to last. So if you're after a mattress that gets the job done, it's definitely worth considering. So have you tried the ErgoFlex? Do you want to? Let us know in the comments. And as always, may your sleep be deep and your back pain-free.